In what was about 4 days for me and maybe 10 minutes for you guys, welcome back for some more Let's Play, or long-standing Let's Play of Castle Crashers. We're going to hop right back in with our Red Knight. Continuing on, we're going right into the Flood Temple where we don't have the item we need, so we're going to leave right away. Now in this next area, joke's on you, I'm actually switching my animal orb right after I said I would probably never switch it. So I actually want to pick up Cardinal here. This is one of the few areas where we do want to use Cardinal throughout the adventure. So running along, going up to the marsh, which is our new level that we unlocked. It starts out the same, but would you look at that, there's some skeletons. And sir, you are supposed to open a door. Not open a door, get a weapon. I can't talk. So, it was really annoying. I was in a great mood for recording, and I haven't been able to for about a week just because of issues with my Elgato. For some reason, it wouldn't recognize the signal between my Xbox and the capture card, and enough resets, it all works out, but it was really annoying. Sir, you were supposed to grab something for me. If this isn't where I'm supposed to grab it, I'm gonna feel like an idiot. Okay, thank you. Okay. So a couple things right off the bat. Here. Right here. Get the Froglet Animal Orb, which forgot exactly what it does. I think it just picks up items for you. Alright, here's the Panic Mallet. Really bad, just +1 strength, and the 2% critical chance is nice. Weapons in this game have a 1%, a 2%, and a 3% chance for critical, if they're showing that. And now this area would have actually been a great place to showcase the Red Knight's magic, but I did agility. So instead we're going to juggle these skeletons and hope they don't kill us. The beefy models really show off just how great the graphics are in this game, meaning the remastered version specifically, because they were not this good, especially in the original, the 360. Or any other version of the game for that matter. Sir, I don't know why you had to grab me out of there. I was having a jolly time. Jolly, yes, I'm very cringe. Now with the beefies, it's not as simple doing the middleweight juggle as it is for actual middleweights. You do have to jump up, hit X on their head 4 times or 3 times. Honestly, I forgot at this point. I guess it's technically 4, but you do 3 when you start your combo. And then, again, my juggling looks really sloppy, but I still don't have the combo unlocked that lets me do the best juggling. So I'm stuck doing whatever this is. Sorry for the really boring commentary. There's not much to talk about in the marsh. The main enemies here are skeletons, which we've already seen in Lava World. I don't even think they're harder versions. That shows how the game's kind of slowed down in its difficulty ramp. Insane mode, yes, this is one of the hardest levels. There you go. Okay, the Cardinal's grabbing something for us. Got the fishing rod. On the 360, or in the original as a whole, it was a joke. It was only minus stats. Now it's just -1 strength with the electric chance. Still horrible, but not the worst. Alright, our introduction to Snakies. They're exactly like the Fire Demon except more health and a bit stronger. And instead of fire magic, they have the roots. So fun. Treat them the same. Do your middleweight juggles. try to not die. Fun fact, this rude guy is a lightweight. Don't even know what they're called. One thing I've always liked to do with middleweights, you saw it right there, that was a really good juggle. So you do an XXYY, which is the main juggle, especially when I actually get the combo for it. So XXYY, and then I do an XYY, and you try to keep it up, doing those slower XYs alternating like that. Sir. And he dead. One thing you can do, if you walk forward a little bit more, you'll trigger the next wave. Here's the candlestick. -1 strength, 2 magic, and fire chance. At this point in the game, really pointless. Another really hidden secret. Jump right in the middle here. You can see where it was. There's a dig spot. Gets the golden sword, which is 4 strength and I think 1 magic that you can see there. Now if you run out like this, run over here, and then run back here, you get 2 waves at once. Pointless challenge. Hooray. One thing that's really been just bugging me about this run especially is how I haven't been able to get a good weapon for my agility stat. And that will be fixed in not too long actually, because you'll see the other main reason why I want to play Red Knight, not just nostalgia. I did have a reason for picking him, but that I will show after I beat the game, which at this point isn't too far away. Sir, rude. Okay. Hit, hit, hit. With middleweights, honestly, it doesn't even matter if you do this juggle efficiently. Your main goal is just trying to hit them in the air as long as possible. And the XYY does give that little boost in elevation, but you only need to do that near the end once it's falling. And look who it is, it's the Troll Mom once again. What I always like to do, especially in Insane Mode, most of my playstyles for normal mode are identical to my Insane Mode playstyles. It can be a bit annoying to see, but it is a good warm-up also. So killing off all the sneakies first, then you're just going to focus on the Troll Mom, because at this point, hitting the trolls is kind of pointless for XP. You could do it for a little bit if you need, but you need so much to level up now, and really it was only good early on. Even in that fight, I still only got about 2 levels before I killed the Troll Mom herself. You can see here I'm probably going to kill the Troll Mom right away because it's already at the point. Or I think it's already at the, okay, it's not. I am talking to myself, because you guys might have no idea what's going on. With the Troll Mom fight, if her health gets low enough, she starts moving every single hit. And I thought that had happened just for me accidentally hitting it, but guess not. Although I will see how fast I can kill with these arrows. Yeah, you can see it there. A little spaz on my screen, that was terrifying. And lots of money. All the scores though didn't amount to that one hit, that one purple amethyst diamond shape. I don't even know what it's supposed to be. That thing. Okay. Heading back over here. Yay, more snakies to kill. Yeah, normal mode, nothing's difficult, but in Insane Mode, levels are more difficult, just more difficult the harder they are. Yes, I can talk. More difficult the longer they are. What I mean by that is the marsh is actually one of the difficult, well, they're all difficult, one of the most difficult. I really need to just, like, go to some sort of vocal coach and be like, hey man, why can't I talk? So yeah, the marsh is one of the most difficult levels in Insane Mode. It's what I was referring to when I was mentioning people who were like, I can't beat the desert, it's the hardest thing in the game. And there is one point after here that's even harder. It's kind of infamous at this point. You all know what it is. If you don't, I would be surprised. It's one of the hardest things in gaming. As other people in the House of Crushers being like Game Sketch from a long time ago said, I don't know why this quote always resonates with me because it wasn't even an important quote. He just said one time in one of his videos that it was harder than Dead Space 2's hardcore mode, and I definitely see it because it's really difficult. You guys are gonna love the fail because I'm not very warmed up right now. By the way, here's Snailbert. Kinda sucks. He's just sitting there for you. I'm not very warmed up right now, so it's just gonna be absolutely humiliating. So I'm gonna fail a lot at the start. Hopefully once I get more in tune with the game again. Just keep in mind I have done that fight 90 times. Yes, 90. Well, 93, maybe more. At least 93. For all of my 360, all of my Xbox One, and all of PlayStation 3. I know I have an unhealthy obsession with this game. Or had. It's kind of gone now, I just like to play it. Hit, hit, hit. Thank you, sir. And one more. Okay. After that, you get to fight a boss that in the original game was a joke. Here, it's a lot more difficult. So, hi, Corn Boss. What I mean by that is in the original game, you could just sit here, spam arrows the entire time. He would go up and do his husk and not move the entire fight, and you would win like that. Here he actually moves and tries to kill you. Still not difficult. I'm just gonna spam arrows. There's no real good way to kill him I know of. The main goal is just to avoid all the hits. And another fun fact, you can get the civilian and the peasant over there to join into the fight. But that's if you get them hit, which I really don't want to do, because that'll just mess up the lines I'm setting up for my arrows. As I mentioned, the lines I'm setting up, I set one up where where all my arrows hit a wall. I'm so good at this. As you can see, shouldn't take too long. We're already halfway done. Shield that and keep shooting. Thank you, sir. I do like how, at least in this one, every time he comes up I'm doing about a tenth of his health. Keep in mind though, insane mode, 10 times more. That also is true for the health on bosses. You're gonna be here for a while. Okay, one more. Just kidding, I lied. Shield this, and now I keep shooting. Okay. Like, now it's the last one. Thank you. And all the popcorn flies out. And the civilian runs over and is nice enough to give me a horn. What a guy. So, really easy, but we unlocked a new arena, which is fun. Good fun times. 3 levels in just the marsh and corn boss, which is crazy. What's in here? Oh yeah, Piggy. I love Piggy. And there's also a weapon. Love you less weapon. I'm gonna buy Piggy. I guess the tutorial for is right here. Makes food give you more health. So, what that does, all the 10% foods from earlier recover 20% of your total health, and all the 50% foods, so just the meat in general gameplay, and I guess the cheeseburger and Love World count, that recovers your entire health bar. Amazing. But forget about you, I'm going to go back with Giraffe for one more level. And then I'm going to switch back again, because I'm flaky and cannot decide on something. Okay, doing the Flooded Temple now. Since we have our horn, we can just blow on that and run through right away. I've always hated this area personally. these fishmen are issues. Because you can't juggle them. Awesome. So I'm just gonna shoot them, try to kill them as quick as possible. Not anything I really like about them. Obviously they're not playable because they don't have the same model as the character. Kind of self-explanatory at this point, which is which. Okay, here's another issue with magic, or with not using magic. So your RTY, that one magic that they did explain right at the start, is a splash attack. Meaning it would hit everyone here. For the Red Knight it doesn't matter too much because he's more focused on stun locking, less on crowd control. Meaning, or it's interesting actually because yes, he's built around stun locking, but he doesn't even stun lock these guys. They're strong against him. Okay. Here's a dig spot that a lot of people miss for some reason. Hello, chicken. Okay, shoot you more. There is one thing I really do want to show off. It's kind of funny. You stand right up here in the top left. Peek out a little bit. I guess I can't shoot through it anymore. Oh, I can't shoot through it right here. But they can all jump over. Okay, they fixed that also. In the original game, you were able to stand right up here and get all the fishermen stuck just jumping over and over while you shot at them. But it appears as if they fixed it. Something I remember, it's always an apple in this one, and if you need it, there's a ham leg there. It's really helpful for right at the end of the level before you tackle the last wave of enemies. Again, speaking for insane mode here. And then, little targeting advice here. While the fishmen are really annoying and get in your way more, they hit you more. None of their attacks actually do lots of damage, so you're going to want to try to take out your Snaky first. That's true almost everywhere he appears. The Snaky has the potential to be the most deadly enemy in the game. Well, that's not completely true, but one of the most deadly. Money here. And a weapon there. It's the spear. Nothing good about it. Actually, that's really good for me right now. What am I talking about? Generally, nothing good about it. But that 5 agility plus critical hit, you can't pass that up when you don't have any good weapons unlocked yet. Again, I'm thinking back to the old game stats where it had only 4 agilities, so it was absolutely pointless to use compared to the Lollipop, which for some reason has 5 agility. Okay. Oh, also when the fishmen are left alone, they get this jumping attack, which is by far their strongest, so try to avoid that at all costs. And shoot, I'm just gonna shoot that one right away. Try to get the Snaky. You can see those criticals already coming in too, with every single attack, or at least every critical attack getting multiplied by 4. So that easily negates the negative strength. I think 1% of critical is equivalent to about 2.54%, if I recall correctly. Might have been reworked for the remaster. I'm not exactly sure. Here's the chewed up sword, 4 defense, 2 agility, just -1 magic. Great weapon. And by that, really not. Because agility, or not agility, defense is a bit overrated. Aside from one area where you would want to just go full defense. So don't really see why they put this here. That's the biggest issue with a lot of these later game weapons that are hidden. There's just no point in using them after your first playthrough, once you've unlocked better characters, so you get the actual character weapons. Hi, sir. Okay, I'm gonna actually kill the fishman because it's impossible to hit the snaky right now. He's just in the way so much. Okay, now they're dead. I can kill the snakies just like normal. There's one here, and you can actually get this one, or any of the snakies. Even some fishmen, you can just trap them up in that stairwell over there. So you can separate this wave into two little mini waves. I've never been the best at juggling in this game. I've always been really good at it. By the way, I've always been one of the best, at least in my opinion, in the community. Is because how I space out enemies. Here, wow. Okay, this is my favorite weapon in the entire game, the Snaky Mace. So it's 5 magic, -2 defense, +3 agility, and poison chance. I know it might not be the most viable for me right now, but I'm actually gonna go with it. Just because I can. That's crazy. I unlocked it. Here's Medusa. Medusa's a really easy boss fight if you know what to do with her, just like pretty much everything else in this game. Before she even does anything in normal mode, you can get her to about half health. So shield the snake that comes down there, and I'm gonna kill her before she can even use her entire cycle. Nothing she does is that deadly, though. You should be able to take her out no problem. But there's weapon. Glowy sword. 3 magic, 3 defense, -1 agility. Really bad. Don't know what's there. Yay. Alright. Again, before we switch, this should be my last time using the Cardinal. I know it's kind of annoying to see me go back and forth to the Amalur so much, but last time. Trust. Alright, and full moon. Only, not only, yeah, it is only. At least for the first part, the only enemy are the stove faces, which I'm going to spam out the entire time because they're unjuggleable. And fun fact also with the stove faces is they've got 400 health. Compared that to the snakies, which have 250, who we've been fighting this whole time, and you're just going to be like, what the heck, man? Although the best part about this level is it's not that long. At least in regular mode. Insane mode, it's one of the longest. I'll explain what I mean by that in a little while, once we get to the point. Okay, keep shooting at your face. Thank you, sir. And here's the guy that's been throwing rocks at us the whole time. Let's kill him. And the reason why this is so boring is because I can't juggle them, so I have nothing better to do than spam arrows. Did decide to drop their sword though, which is nice. +1 strength, -1 magic, 3 defense, and a critical chance. It's really not bad. But not great either. So, what's the point? That's like inch away. Now, I sort of lied when I said the snakies have the potential to be the most deadly enemy in the game in terms of pure damage, because on insane mode, everything boils down to insane mode. It's complicated. So, just like with us, the enemies can get critical hits from their weapon, and those critical hits do 4 times the normal damage. Meaning, the stove phase, which does about 250 damage normally, I think it's 256 damage per hit on insane mode. Well, if they get a critical, which any of these guys with the little silver, platinum, stained sword, whatever that is, they get a critical hit, meaning there's a 1% chance that any hit against you will instantly kill you, meaning you have to restart this level. And now this is the longest level, or one of the longest levels in Insane Mode, because all these enemies that continually spawn, they don't take too long here, but every single one of them has 4,000 health on Insane Mode, taking forever to kill. There's absolute bullet sponges and you have to be careful the whole time, because there's also a lot more. Especially if you go up here right away to activate the second wave, which I want to do. Key Sword. Horrible weapon, as you can see, but really important for us. I do need to go up here, I think, to activate fully. I don't know what's going on, because there's usually a lot more enemies. Might just be an Insane Mode thing. But, might as well kill. Kill. The Snakies, on the other hand, their projectiles always do about 500. So at least they're consistent in their torture. And not so subtly standing there are the Eskimos, which are one of the last unique enemies that we'll see. So Eskimos, unlike the Stovefaces, are lightweight. Been a while since we've had those. Not too long actually, because we do have the skeletons for it, but I want to take care of all the Stovefaces before worrying about them. The Stovefaces are a lot bigger threat. Even in terms of health, the Eskimos only have 250. So I don't know personally why they put the Stovefaces after the Eskimos. Honestly, makes no sense. Because heavyweights are more difficult to take care of. The Stovefaces do have more potential to kill you right away. That's an interesting development choice. Really don't know what to say about it. Okay. Your last one already. My juggling is really hurting me right now. Hoping I can fix it once I hit level 32. There's my poison chance kicking in. Poison's a bit less effective than critical. By a bit I mean a lot. It gets better the more strength you have, just because the poison's just a little bit amplified version of your strength attack, while the critical is just a baseline times 4. I'd rather have critical chance, which it did have in the original, but the poison isn't awful, especially because it's a really high poison chance. It's surprising it's taken so long up until this point. Rocks 1 mile, swamp 96 miles, yikes. We've gone a long way, and this direction is Burr. Okay, I'm gonna exit out to map because this is a new level. Yay for defense. Okay, gonna put Giraffe back on. Not gonna worry about our little cardinal anymore. We've got everything he can give us. What I do want to worry about though is that key sword that we got. So we take the key sword and run all the way back over to the Animal-Ark. In the Animal-Ark, boom. You just want to hit this. Don't worry, the door relocks if you want to practice your juggling. And this room's a lot bigger than when I first went in, thought it would be. You can hide in here. Can't hide that well. Oh well. I guess I can hide that way. Here's the behemoth. Plus 4 magic. Only pure match increasing pet, so if you want that, he's good. And that's where he sits. Good, nice guy waiting for you. Okay, I want to go back and get my save. Something I love about this, the best part of the remake, is how they sort things by levels. It's not by grouping anymore. We used to have 11 different groups. Overly complicated. Here it's just broken down by level requirement. I love it. And let's take care of this arena before we do anything else. So the peasant arena, this hurts me more than it hurts you. Not true at all. So this is the only arena where you don't unlock the character that you're fighting. Which was a huge disappointment for me, because I really wanted the Snakey when I was first playing through. He's a cool enemy. Hello, sir. Let's keep shooting. This is a very long arena as well, because the whole 250 health thing. Meaning I'm just going to be sitting here a lot. Because of my defense being maxed now, it's not even that much of an issue. I have about 1,000 health. They can only do 30 damage to me. But yikes. Takes forever. Yeah, you actually didn't get caught behind the cat this time. One bad thing about this place is, I don't know what it is about the Snakies, but they don't get knocked back very far, and they like to jump out and hit you. I think that has more to do with the Snakies being specifically designed as a hard enemy, but I don't think the Behemoth went that in depth on each individual character. What do I know though? So this is honestly a struggle because we're only at wave 5. Feels like we've been going forever. And remember, the longest waves are the last ones. This is what I mean by the Snakies liking to roll and roll each direction. So difficult to take out. Do I actually have to use a potion? This is really disappointing. I don't think I had to, but I wanted to just to feel better. This is what I mean. It's gonna roll forward probably and just hit me. Oh, it rolled backward. This one tried to roll forward and hit me though. Please stay down, sir. Oh, 7th one is over here. Wait, is that 7 or 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Crap. We're not even close, are we? Let's not kill me today. Oh boy. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yikes. I really have nothing to say about this arena. It's easily the most difficult, even though people usually recommend about level 35 to do it. The last arena is honestly a joke. You'll see that once I get to it in just a little bit. this one's so much worse because they're the only, yeah, they're the only middleweight enemies. Even the Coneheads were the lightweight version, the Volcano Arena. You got really powerful magic. But for some reason they're obsessed with rolling. Sir. Okay. I do eventually think I'll finish this. Possibly. Shooty. Face McShooty. Ah. Oh boy. I think this is only wave 9 too. Again, the only reason why I'm not juggling is no XP from the arena. I don't know why. Would have been such a good idea. It would have made people play the arenas more than once. I guess this proves why arrow spamming isn't a viable strategy, because eventually it just overwhelms you. You do need to do your magic and your juggling, especially for crowd control. Okay, one more wave. Hopefully. Although this is going to be a lot easier because I lied to you. I think. Well, the lead character isn't even attacking me right now. I'll get into that a lot later because it's not too important yet. It's a lot more technical, so I feel like I should focus on that in my insane mode playthroughs. And that honestly might take a whole playthrough to talk all the way through. Not a whole playthrough, more like 20 minutes. Okay, I've got 4 on the ground permanently. 5, 6, 7. Just kidding. 7, 8, 9. Oh, 10 was hiding somewhere. We're done. Finally. Well, we unlocked the peasant. Yay us. I'm not sure why they didn't have the snaky unlocked there. I guess it wasn't a good place to put the peasant. Fine either way. We're in Snow World, which has my favorite music in the entire game. So I'm actually gonna pause and just turn it up for a bit. Actually, let's turn it up for the remainder of the level. Why not? If I don't talk over, I guess that's a bit loud. It's just so great. One other thing I do want to change. From now on, this should be a lot less overwhelming. I don't know, this is such a great song. Spoiler alert, by the way, for that. If any of you guys watch my Mario Galaxy Let's Play, which I think I would recommend. That's a really bad thing to say, especially because it's my product. I know it's more of a learning experience than anything. It was also a good playthrough, I guess. But I did mention a lot of times about how I'm doing this custom Mario Kart music thing. Spoiler alert, this is one of the 32, or one of the 31, I guess, because Luigi Circuit and Mario Circuit have the same song. One of the 31 songs I have chosen. Super cool. Sir! I'm trying to hit all of these at once. Okay. Dice is one of my favorite characters in the entire game also. Again. Actually not again. This was a more surprising thing to me. So, like I mentioned before, I used to play and the tier list was one way. I quit. I came back and it was completely changed. And one of the big changes that I was surprised by was the Eskimo was actually dead last in the tier list when the game first came out for a long time. Big part of that was being overshadowed by the Blue Knight, who is amazing, spoiler alert. And also, its downward projectile, which I will be able to go into more depth once I unlock magic. Its downward projectile was almost worthless, but it still costed a ton, 4 times more than any regular magic. So those things were fixed, thankfully, and now the Eskimo is comfortably sitting up near the top of the tier list, which always makes me happy because Eskimo is always seen as just horrible. Okay, this is our last huge wave with the snow forts involved. There's one more, but it's a smaller wave. So I'm gonna take out the big ones right away, and wow, it took out one of the snow forts for me. Nice guys. Jeez, I'm trying to pick up some enemies. That's why I'm spamming X right now. Thank you very much, sir. Oh, you're still alive. That's not nice. Ah, we're so close to being able to juggle like normal people do. I'll drop these guys though because they're all dead. I'm not getting any more XP from it. Oh, here I can show off the Sprint XYX combo because I actually have agility now. XYX, just like that. Just does a lot of hits really quickly. You'll never use it, but it's fun. It's one of those secret combos I don't even think they intended. It's just the way physics worked out. XXYY. Best combo in the game. And that's because, as you can see here, hopefully, it's the main juggling combo. I've been cycling through it anyway, but now I actually have the combo unlocked. This feels a lot smoother already. Probably looks smoother too. Let's pick this guy up. It's always been so fun just to kill enemies like that. I don't know what it is to it. But spam this and chicken. Frozen Chicken, even. +2 magic, -1 defense, +1 agility. Cool. Here's one last wave of enemies. Please pick up this last guy. Perfect. Alright, just like that, we're almost done already. Sorry I've been so quiet, I'm running out of things to say, specifically about the Red Knight. I don't want to talk too generally about the levels, because I won't give anything for later. Here's the Yeti. Back here. Protects you from being frozen, which is helpful in maybe one spot in the actual game, and Bipolar Bite right after. Okay, Yeti is helpful in maybe one spot in the game, meaning this spot here. Not right here, but pretty soon. Because you can get frozen. Obviously, we're in the Ice Castle, and that's the Ice King. First off, here's the Ribeye. 4 strength, -2 magic, 4 agility. This is actually one of the best weapons. You're going to be using it a ton later on, once you have all your strength up. And I forgot where exactly to line up this other thing, so I'm going to dig like an idiot for a bit. That sounds good with you guys. Here it is. Okay. You can get a pet that helps you with that, but if you know it's there, you just dig up and pick up the Frozen Sword. 2 magic and freezing abilities. Another fun thing, once you have the boomerang, you can easily destroy doors like that. And here it says if there's an arrow coming, you shield, and if you hear something, you jump. So he's got this whole thing set up to try to trap us. What I'm going to do is ruin that completely. Hopefully. So my goal, trying to start from all the way at the back. There you go. I just need to get a little running start so I could fly over everything with the flying combo, because who doesn't like breaking games? Thank you, sir. Juggling is nearly impossible in this place because of all the slippery ground, because it's slippery in the air as well. I don't care because I'm done. And by done, I mean I have the longest boss fight in the game to go. This is the Ice King. He's gonna take forever for me. Keep in mind, 10 times longer on Insane Mode. Oh boy, I can't wait. So you want to jump whenever he does that little ice terrain thing there. Here is just a free attack for maybe a second or two while he laughs at you. You want to jump so you don't get frozen, you still get hit. This guy does no damage though, which is great. You might want to use one potion just in case. You can never be too careful. Jump right when he does it just so you don't get frozen. It's less painful here than it will be on Insane Mode. Insane Mode, this fight literally takes 15 minutes every single time. It's horrible. Here it's less bad, at least. It's only gonna be a few minutes tops. Don't appreciate the giggling at me though, sir. You don't have to jump, obviously, if there's no ice near you. That's only when there's tons of ice by you, sir. You can see where the ice will be by looking at the ground. And just a general note, most of my normal playthroughs will just be talking about random stuff. most likely not even related to the game, just what's going on in my life. Because YouTube's a great place to rant about everything. Then insane mode will be more of the technical breakdowns. I'm just spending this first playthrough actually talking about the game, introducing it, and also going through all the collectibles, obviously, because I don't want to have to worry about them later. Now this would be really stressful if it was actually lots of damage. I'm getting combo here for 10. That was actually an issue, but I still only lost about half my health from that. That was really rough. He's freaking out, screaming. I don't know why. Well, probably because he's dead. And one really random thing is just this game's soundtrack has always reminded me of Super Monkey Ball's soundtrack. I don't know what it is about it, but whenever I think of this music, I think of Super Monkey Ball, which is another game I would love to play on this channel. Probably will do it at some point soon. New arena unlocked. Incredible. And time for us to be putting points into magic, which is really exciting. Just got our last few potions, and over here is Pazzo. Helps you find buried treasures. So whenever there's an X, he runs over to it, and this is really not going to work out too well. I don't know why I'm still trying. I'll give up after a few more attempts. So I might seem like an idiot right now, but there is a weapon hidden here somewhere. Pazzo will find it. He'll also find the one in the ice castle for you because he's a nice guy. I promise I'm not crazy, guys. Okay. So Ice Arena, just like our favorite arena so far, the Snake Arena, or Peasant Arena, all the enemies have 250 health. Only difference here is it's slippery floors, and I guess they're lightweight, so it's easier to juggle with arrows specifically. Or with your fists, if you have strength. You can see we can hold our magic a bit longer, it doesn't suck anymore. Still not good, or even viable though, which is sad. Sir, let's not do that. I'm doing nothing but sinking and shooting. It's incredible. Okay. I do like how I will not have to do another arena though, which is good because this is bad. We'll get through it eventually. Eventually, I mean, it probably won't happen. Okay, all that for 3 enemies. Gonna absolutely love the one where it's 10 enemies. I am grateful though that you don't have to do any of these on insane mode because they would actually be crazy. Specifically the Snakey Arena. Sir. Although it is kind of them to give us this whole cat thing creature. It's not really cat because it's so huge. Giving us this mutant cat to hide behind. Good job. We killed 4 enemies. Saying that really sarcastically to myself because I know I'm not even close. I'm gonna be stuck here forever. Yay. Hi, no, you do not get to do that to me, bud. I guess there's a little sneak peek of what my magic can do. Except it's really worthless there, and it's gonna actually be good once you see it later. Could you not? This guy is really annoying. By the way, if that happens to you once on insane mode, you lose. Just that little combo thing where they keep hitting you over and over, and you sit there like an idiot doing nothing. Sitting like an idiot's my specialty though, so obviously I'm gonna be struggling on insane mode. Yay. Again, with better editing software, this is definitely something I would have sped up, but oh well. So I think it's gonna want to speed up that I'm not gonna be able to. It's totally fine. Because in Castle Crashers, it's all about tedium and pain until you lose in 2 hits because you lose your concentration once. And I'm saying it like I hate this game, but I actually love it. I don't know if that's being masochistic or what, but I don't care because Castle Crashers. This boy, always trying to roll at me. Always potion here because can't be too careful. That was weird. I was holding up my shield and I still got hit. Sir, thank you. Okay. I can't even count off the number of enemies, but I know it's not that many. Guess the body's way easier to count. 1, 2. There's only 7 so far. Great. Oh wait, no, that's 8. One was being tricky and hiding from me. I don't know why it's so difficult for me to juggle on this icy ground. Well, I mean, I do know why, but shouldn't be. I feel like I'm just terrified of the idea of doing well at something like success. What's that? I have a fun thing to think about. Just a way to compare it isn't. Let's say you've got 6 health bars because 5 potions. Yeah, 5 potions. So you could go through every single one of your health bars here, like 6,000 health. That's a little bit over half your health bar in insane mode, just once. So if I fail like this, I would have already died multiple times because I'm horrible. Yay me. Okay, perfect. Something I've never understood here is with the Grey Knight. First, why is he dead? Second, why are his severed body parts still laying around here? Like, I get what happened is one of the Grey Knights that was traveling with us probably was like, hey, let's try the arena. Even more, there, like a skeleton of a Grey Knight. What the heck? I think what happened, one of the Grey Knights that was traveling with us was like, hey, let's challenge this ice arena. And obviously he lost and died. Because for everyone besides us, death is permanent. and also every other enemy in the game, I think. But with these Grey Knights, there's like, yeah, your bodies, they can lay here. Because who needs to be clean, right? It's really, really obnoxious. I'm not a neat freak per se. Well, I am. Like, I'm very anal about things. I just don't do anything to actually change it. So I'm very lazy and don't care enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. Yeah, I think this is just the 9th one. Oh well. One more wave. With almost all my potions used because failure. Living the dream. Please don't do that. Yeah, I can't even juggle in this place. Because the enemies move at their normal trajectories. When you throw them up in the air, when you're slamming them down, but you don't move anywhere close to normal, so you kind of have to just spam. Since I don't have any magic for crowd control, I'm just sitting here hoping I don't die. That being said, this is easier than Snake Arena still, just because of the damage output. Okay, 1, 2, 3 are dead. I get excited every time I see one fall on the floor. I think they're dead. But then more are dead here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 dead. Perfect. This is the last wave of the last arena. That's it. Alright. I can stop getting completely lost doing something completely tedious. We got the Eskimo though, so that's good. Might as well head right up to the Wizard Castle takeoff. After I completely forget to get potions. Let's go do that instead. Because I'm horrible and I need to use potions to beat arena fights. This is coming from the same person that beat the Necromancer on Solo Insane without using any potions many times. I don't know what happened to me. I should just retire now. Even though, obviously can't retire because I'm not famous. There you can see the 4 final bosses up ahead. With the overly cool music, watching Bowser steal away Peach's castle from Super Mario Galaxy. Something I've noticed, especially watching through my Mario Galaxy Let's Play, I just can't talk. Like, I pause for so long. It doesn't feel like long to me, but I'm just sitting there for a good 15 seconds. Okay, something really cool before we're out of this area that I want to mention is this background is so cool. And it was not there on the original. It was just like boring sky. Okay, here are the cultists, last new enemy in the game. If you're using magic, you're screwed because they're magic resistant, at least all the elemental kinds. So if you're using anything, fire, ice, or electric, I don't know why that was such a blank for me, or poison, won't affect. I think those are actually the only elements though, because there's 5 status effects, it's those 4 and then critical hit chance. And critical hits work just as they should, which is good for us. Very nice. And another thing I don't understand is these cultists only have 200 health. So 20 more than the Fire Demon, which was half the game ago. Because the Fire Demons are about the halfway point through the game. Which It's obvious because it's right before you leave and head across to the other side of the world. But I don't get it. Like, the difficulty progression, or at least the curve, is just gone. The progression's still there. If they're going with their whole ideology, then the cultists should have come before pretty much everything besides the Saracen and Royal Guard. I'm reading into this way too much, though. Even if they did have a reason for it, it's probably because just there's 4 bosses up ahead. Don't want to give you too much a challenge. This is more of a warm-up. And the whole magic resistance thing makes sense too. Oh well. I wanted to complain about something, no fair. Da, 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 da. Alright. 4 doors, 4 bosses. Let's do this. First up is the painter, who before I say anything or do anything, look at this. What does this look like? Orange princess with a knife in her back? That's a bit dark. So, this is just what's even going on. You want to kill the paintings, then shoot at the painter. It's very confusing. Don't let these paintings hit you because when they blow up they do lots of damage. If they touch you, that is. See how much damage you've done based off of how many of those little spirally things pop out of them. And once you've done enough damage, he'll go back and paint more. That was a perfect amount of health to leave him out because after he's half health, he goes in the second form of his fight, which is obviously more difficult to hit him in. So I'm just gonna spam, and I'm gonna be willing to take a hit or two. Okay, just kidding, because I wasn't gonna hit him anyway. I got knocked back like that. Dun, 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 dun. Almost there. Now he's in the support help stage. So big thing for us, we want to make sure we kill him as the unicorn is on screen, which we saw there. Okay, not worrying about you. Weapon, unicorn horn, -3 strength, +6 magic, +1 defense, level 15. That's a great weapon for magic users out there that are low level. And the only way you get it is by killing the painter while the unicorn's on screen. One of the more precise weapons in this game. Because a lot of them are really simple and basic. And more so just do whatever. Okay. Don't even worry about the little crystals, you only have to kill the big one. You know, it's fun destroying all of them. And that lets us go right into the next area, which is familiar. You see the dead sock puppet dragon up in the background. Yep, it's this guy again. And he definitely hates us because we've already killed him before. As well as his son. But let's not talk about that part. Let's just talk about killing him. So this was always really trippy for me as a kid. The Cyclops is jumping around trying to slam your head, and the Grim is impervious, just trying to hit you. Does lots of damage. You can see a little fire demon skeleton there. That's cool. There's the stock, there's the dragon. Really cool. I love this whole fight, but I can't help but feel bad still. Like, we really did nothing to these guys. They didn't directly steal the princess. Like, he just wanted a wife for his kid. and then the groom just wanted a wife. Yeah, I know it was against her will, but they didn't know that. I'm not justifying that in any way, but I feel like we shouldn't have been as murdery to them. Okay. Wow, that was fast. Killed them before they could even do anything. You can see they're going up to... Looks like they're going up to heaven. Which makes no sense considering that they did like kidnap that princess, or at least buy her illegally, I'm assuming. Oh, before I forget, this axe can actually dig up. Worthless weapon. Just 2 of each of those stats. It's a spoon. Yay. You got a freaking spoon. There you go. Now my magic's stronger, I can do that a lot easier. This is the hardest fight in the game. It's not that easy in normal mode, but in insane mode, it's actually the hardest thing. This is that last challenge I was talking about. Once you make it through here, everything is smooth sailing. Like, the final boss is a joke compared to this. Here it's not too bad. You just want to run through and slap everyone in the face till I die. Insane mode though, there's a very fine breakdown of what you need to do exactly to succeed. Okay, now I can juggle you. And one thing I like is it is almost every enemy throughout the game. Only really missing the beekeepers and the stove face. I think that's about it. At least in terms of the playable enemies. The troll's gone too. Here's a conehead who decides to take on the form of his heavyweight brethren, which is rude. Another thing about the fight, which I really like, is they decided that every single enemy would give you food. Because they recognized how difficult it was, I'm assuming. Okay, well, Ceres and Alien are both dead. Big thing is just killing the alien. Now I want to go for the bear right away. If possible, I want to go for the bear right away. Yikes, this is rough. Like, if I was on insane mode, I already would have failed with a play like this. Okay, bear's dead. Trying to get the barbarian. Alright, BK barbarian's dead now. Leaving just the brute and a bunch of random garbage. Again, with the brute being pretty much the highest ranking enemy in the game. Even though we only saw one of him, it was like halfway through the game, here he's still the biggest target. The most health, most difficult to kill. Actually doesn't do the most damage. That honor goes to the Snaky. But Snaky isn't seen as much of being a threat because it's so tiny. Brute's this massive elephant in the room, like you know you want to avoid it right when you see it. At least you will after he kills you one time. Oh, so now I killed the Ice Eskimo from that. Cool. Please die, Fire Demon. You basically win the fight as soon as the brute stops running around like that. Which, again, I will explain on a more technical, by that I mean insane mode run. I would like to kill the fencer though. Get rid of this one guy running around. Okay. I'm not getting an easy juggles, so I'll just spam. For these guys, you can do magic, or whatever you really want. Spencer should have gotten killed earlier on, but it's fine. I just missed him in all my juggles. You don't have to be that precise, because, come on, it's only regular mode. Can't really die. It might even be impossible. This, on the other hand, is really annoying. Having the Brute be the #1 guy going after you, but Brute's dead. That was a shock. Usually Brute never dies like that. So, you get to fight the Necromancer himself. He's been causing most of our problems. At least, done more than the Evil Wizard ever has to us. Sir, let's not do that. There's no real strategy for the Necromancer. If you try to sword fight him, he'll just shield you after a few hits. Magic, obviously he has star magic. You can see it there. He is pretty quick, so you can't run away unless you have full agility. Best strategy, in my opinion, until you have a little bit more powerful combo, is to just do the spamming arrows. It works well, it's consistent, because he doesn't get knocked down. He's like the ultimate version of heavyweight. Like, I'm going to do an upwards throw, at least I'm going to try to, which is just holding up as you hit Y on him. He does go up in the air a good amount, but he falls down right away too. Okay, sir, let's not let you do that. It's very stressful though how you can throw skeletons out at you, which are insanely fast. Even though you can shield them, still shocking. Almost done. Can you not? Another thing, I'm recording this past midnight, so I'm already super tired. Making this commentary even worse than it already was. Yay! Exhaustion does not work that well when recording. It's fine though. What you do want to do is wait, because he'll drop his sword down after you kill him. So team magic and 7 defense. 7. That's insane. So really good. You're gonna like that when you get it. So that's one of the few times where defense is actually good. It's one of the few weapons I actually do recommend for using the Necromancer fight. Now here's the final boss. But before we do that, let's exit the map. Because that was right there was technically the end of Wizard Castle Interior. We saw right there we get new magic. RT plus B does our projectile. You can hold that longer now, we suck less. Yay. I want by Pazzo. Hi Pazzo. And you can see this is where he's trying to dig. I completely missed. Thank you, sir. Gives us the bone leg, which is -2 strength plus 5 agility and poison. That's a really good weapon. Actually, I think it's identical to the Snaky Mace minus the magic. Now I'm going to do is run back to the very start of the game to buy some of the weapons earlier on that we couldn't have gotten. Okay. Thank you. I already have that one. I'm so funny. And I'm only buying the ones in the stores also. Because ones that I can just find in levels with new stuff, I can just go back and get later. Church store. Buy your cane. And I don't have enough money for the foil. That's pathetic. Okay. Well, let's run out and do the final boss. Why not? Final battle. Alright. So this boss actually has 6 phases. Which is crazy. So first phase, I'm not sure if this works still. If it does, yay. If not, oh no. It works. Yay. So you just go straight down like that. Right at the start of the fight. I don't know why it works, but it does. And I can just keep hitting them in the air. And just like that, we're already done with the first part of the fight. Now here, when he's in his blue bubble, you want to hit him with magic. So do that. And he's going to stop pretty soon. And switch to his red bubble where you want to hit him with physical attacks or arrows. Third form, have the bubble. So this is really easy. This is the slowest part for me, but it's really fast if you have strength. And right here the game pranks you. You're like, oh, I won. Just kidding. Giant spider of death. And here you find out the truth. The cultists that we were fighting earlier are actually wizard poop. So if you do even decent with your juggle, you stay up the whole time. This part of the fight is a joke. Does it sound familiar? Because pretty much every part of this fight is a joke. Okay, man, not dead yet. Here comes the balloon again. Each time as you go a bit further on, his throne falls apart a bit more. But keep in mind, 6 phases, so we're almost done. Alright. Almost done. Here's the last part. So all you want to do, it's a lot easier on insane mode, which is one of the few times I'll say that. So in insane mode, you can just match his speed and basically make him kill himself. Here you actually have to shoot him and attack him. Do all the fun stuff. Although, it's not much of a challenge, especially with your strong arrows. Okay, what you want to do as soon as he dies, pick up his weapon. Very important to do that. It's not even a good weapon, just kind of need to get it. And I missed the achievement traditional right there. All it's for is just beating the game once. But credits, I love them because we get to see the entire adventure that we just went through. And not the entire adventure, just a big part of it. But still. I guess I should give some closing thoughts on the project. On the project. I'm funny. Nope, I'm less than a 60th of the way through that. Closing thoughts on this playthrough. I did horrible. That's about it. I missed a ton of juggles. I actually had to use potions, which is really embarrassing, especially for regular mode. I don't know. It was a good, I guess, de-rust, because I feel less horrible about my future possibilities playing this mode, but yikes, not doing that good. Although it is going to be really nice seeing our reward for finishing off at least the Red Knight. Once we're done with this, that is, because we got a little bit more to go. Ba, 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 ba. Alrighty. Now, one interesting thing, I'm not sure whether it's interesting or evil. So in the original game, there was this little spot right here, completely designed as a troll. Here you can actually dig it up. You can see it right there. So trying to just inch up a little bit to get the trajectory for it. Because it is possible to get solo. I think. I've definitely seen someone do a solo before. Need to inch up just a little bit, not get hit. If I don't get it in like 30 seconds, I'm just gonna give up. You know, I don't care. We'll get it later. I want to win. Hello. Surprise. What a more fitting way to end off the game than have this. What even is this, sir? So, it's flying meowbirds, flying pauzos, penguins, there's bubble pops, I think that's what they're called. All this, what the heck? So, I like to think that's because the Orange Princess is actually dead. And they replaced her. It's all just a prank. So, the end. And I see one more character unlocked. We got the skeleton. That's right, being the game unlocks characters. Oh boy. Now, I want to just go look at the Insane Store really quick. So 900 gold for 3 strength and critical hit. 1300 gold for 5 strength, 5 magic, and -3 agility. And then 5 defense and critical hit. Over here we've got Pelter occasionally shoots ice, 1100, and Dragonhead occasionally shoots fire, 1100. And this guy, 1200, that altar statue thing. This might seem crazy, but I'm gonna spend a little bit of time on screen just grinding some money, because why not? I can. and it would make me feel good if I got that taken care of right now. So I guess I'm not at the point yet where my magic has overtaken my agility. That's got a bit more to go. The Red Knight himself, I guess I can talk more about him as a character now, more freely. So, he's fluctuated a lot on the tier lists. I've said that. I don't know, something about him though, it's just special because the tier lists from about 2011 to 2013, really technical, I know, but for a long time they were so heavily based on boss slaying ability, which is really not the entire game because very few players are skilled enough to juggle their way through the entire game. They do need to rely on their magic a bit. Even I have to rely on my magic sometimes, so I never understood that concept of it. But the Red Knight itself is so game breaking in terms of his crowd control, stun locking, that he actually makes it more worthwhile to do that than it is to actually juggle at times. Like, if you can catch all the enemies on screen in your magic, why wouldn't you do that? It also lines them all up for a juggle. So his RTY is absolutely phenomenal. The RTB, so that little electric projectile, it's actually average. Like, there's nothing special about it. There's very few projectiles that are above average in any way. Just a little electric shock. I guess the only thing special about it is that some things are resistant to it, which is actually a hindrance, but not that big of one. Okay, the next magic type. So I'll go out to the stats screen really quick, show you what I mean. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 of those little special magic bars. So the second one you get is your downward air magic projectile. So you jump and then you hit RTY in the air. And it's really self-explanatory for almost every single character. It's the exact same as their projectile, except it goes at a 45-degree angle downwards from wherever you shot it at. And just like its regular projectile, it's really average, nothing special to it. Keep in mind though, still overall amazing because of that RTY. Now we get to the biggest draw against Red Knight. So the third unlocked magic, or I guess, yeah, the third, is called the Pierce. It's a bit different. It's just you hit XXXY on the ground, so no right trigger involved, doesn't take any magic power. It's just an elementally infused magic. And for some reason, the Red Knight's Pierce attack is one of the worst in the game. Like, it's kinda awful. So that's the biggest draw against it. That's what stops him from being the absolute best character in the game. And then the last magic is RT plus A. It's just a magic jump, gets you super high in the air right away. So it's good for escaping, also breaking a crowd up a little bit. And his is nothing special. It's just like his projectile. But I feel like just that RTY alone is so game breaking that it really does make the entire character incredible. Like, I want to go over a few of the harder areas of Insane Mode. Specific waves, that is. Like, so first off, the Troll Mom is where a lot of people struggle. It makes the Troll Mom a joke of a fight. You can trap everyone at once, kill them all, get insane XP, which I'm actually going to show off a little bit in the next time I use the Red Knight, that is. Not right now. But that's just amazing. And then also, the Fencer lift in the Industrial Castle is really difficult. Just like the Troll Mom catches everyone, makes it an easy fight. So that's 2 points Red Knight. And then, yeah, he can't do much in the desert, but it's fine because the desert is more about actual game knowledge, not specific character help. There's few characters that the desert makes much easier. So the marsh, one of the 2 areas where he's at, is most helpful. That 4 beefy wave I went through didn't seem that difficult for us, but when you actually play through the marsh, it's insane on insane mode. I know, I'm so funny. Insane on insane mode. It's really difficult and horrible and evil. But Red Knight makes a joke. He can trap all the beefies at once and kill them. And that's your main worry. Finally is the Necromancer fight. Takes that fight from being one of the hardest things in gaming to only a bit above average in difficulty. Because you take every single one of those 11 enemies that's moving around at breakneck speeds, seemingly randomly. It's not. I'll talk about that later. That's my most used catchphrase. I'll talk about that later. So it's seemingly random, but it's really not. But what the Red Knight does, he just stops it completely, so you don't even have to worry about it. But you get just as many hits in on all of them at the same time. Like, I almost don't count an insane mode run with the Red Knight, just because he makes that one part so easy, which is your biggest challenge. So, all in all, Red Knight is fantastic. I would definitely recommend playing this character. He's a good first spin use, he was my first. But I'm at 1200, so let's buy whatever this is. Let's activate that shrine up there. You can see Hattie Haddington from Battle Block Theater standing up there. And you walk out here to the map, and we've unlocked Hattie. Yay! Right, I want to switch weapons really quick before I go. Out to the main menu, that is. Back over to our snaky mace. Because hooray us for getting it. Okay, save and exit. Let's just look at local game really quick. Castle Crashers. You can see we've got our first skull complete. So we've also got a lot more characters. As you remember, at first we only had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we've got the Grey Knight, the Barbarian, the Thief, the Alien, the Peasant, the Conehead, the Skeleton, Eskimo, and Hattie, all unlocked for future runs. So, with that, we're done with Red Knight. It'll be a long time before we see him again. But, till next time, I'll see you later, guys. Peace.